Good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of Hayden B. Grilling. Now tonight we're going to stay in the kitchen yet again, and we're going to make some red beans and rice. The recipe I found is a quicker and easier recipe, but it's still going to be a little bit on the time consuming, so let's get at it. Alright folks, first thing we're going to do, we're going to take 14 ounces of andouille sausage of some form or type, and we're going to cut that into little 1/4 inch pieces. Now that we've got our sausages sliced up, we're going to dice up 1 bell pepper and 1 onion, and we're going, once we get them diced, we're going to set them to the side. Alrighty folks, so we got our sausages all cut up. I'm put them in the bottom of this pot. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, cooking oil, whichever one you want to use. Then I'm going to turn my heat to a medium heat, and what we're going to do is brown the sausages that we already have in here. Once I got the oil in here with my sausages, I'm going to go ahead and stir it all around so while that oil gets good and coated to the bottom of the little Dutch oven here, and so the sausages get good and coated. Now the recipe I'm using did not call for any Georges, but while our sausages are starting to cook in this oil, I'm going to sprinkle me a little bit of Georges in here. Go ahead and get that Cajun and Creole seasoning taste going. Alright, so our sausages are getting good and brown. I'm going to sprinkle in some garlic, and I'm going to add in those onions and bell peppers we diced up earlier. Now the recipe I found called for celery. We are not celery fans in this house, so don't hold that against us, but we don't prefer it. But we're going to cook this in here until our onions start to get soft. Now that our onions and bell peppers started to break down and get soft, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. And then we're just going to sprinkle in a little bit of regular black pepper. You can mix all this in together, let this cook for about a minute. Now we're going to add 2 cans of red beans. Now these are already drained them rather. Now we're going to add a 1/3 can of red beans, but these we put in the blender and got them nice and mashed up, and then we're going to add that to the pot. That's just going to give us a little thicker consistency. Next we're going to add 1 cup of chicken broth. Then we're going to stir all this in together, put the lid on, and bring it to a boil. Alright folks, we're going to check it. Yes, we got us a good boil going here. So what we're going to do now that we got us this nice boil going, we're going to kick this down to a simmer. Actually, the recipe said medium-low heat. So we're going to kick that down and let it sit for 30 minutes. Now that our red beans have to simmer for 30 minutes, this gives us a great time to go ahead and make our rice. Now the rice, that's all up to you which rice brand or what type of rice that you want to cook. Alright folks, my timer just went off, so we're going to take a look at this together here. Look at that. Red beans and the sausage smelling really, really good. Just want to give you all a little bit better look at this. All the spices and seasonings we put in there, folks, it's smelling amazing. Alright, so our rice isn't quite done yet, but I mean, we really didn't come here to see the rice, even though it's called red beans and rice. I'm going to give us a taste test. Folks, that is really damn good. The sausage, the beans, the bell pepper, the onion, and all those different seasonings and spices we put in there together combined made this very tasty. Not as quick as I usually try to make my meals during the week, but all activities canceled due to the ice and whatnot. We had a little extra time to spend. So y'all please give us a try when you got some extra time. Let me know what you think about it. Really good. I'm excited waiting on that rice to get done so I can combine that with it. But y'all please like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thank you.